Yo, you already know what time it is, baby. We got Cancer season in the building, so you already know what it's Cancer season in the building. You already know what time it is, baby. So yeah, we about to get this shit started. Feel me? Shout outs to all the Cancer Sun, Moon, and Senators. Happy birthday to all our Cancer Sun, Moon, and Senators. You already know what time it is. We about to get this shit popping. So yeah. So you already know how this play out. For me, this is Cardinal season, so of course this is a new way of dealing with your feelings and emotions, in a new way, in a new era, in a new mood swing. So this is pretty much backed and supported by wherever you have this at in your charts, and of course where this is pretty much tangulated. Now the sun is still cusping a little bit in Gemini, cusping a little bit on Gemini and Cancer, but the moon is where we follow. So the moon is where you're going to be basically reacting and responding towards Cancer like energies. And what does that mean? That means you need to be reacting and responding towards what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel secure, what makes you feel private, what makes you feel cozy, what makes you feel clingy. Feel me? And these things is coming up in a new aspect, in a new lens when it comes to your emotional internal phase. So of course we're gonna be basically dealing with this 30-day constellation of Cancer season. So of course, whenever it's a new moon, this is a time to pretty much react and respond in a new way of developing yourself, of carrying yourself, of creating internal security for yourself. And if you don't act, react, and respond to these energies will not work in a favor for you. You may basically know these things naturally. You may do these things naturally. But if you're not using these energies, if you're not putting intent behind it, then these energies won't be on your side. So that leaves you as a sad dog hanging out the window. And you don't want to be a sad dog hanging out the window. You want to make sure that you get those lens, those menthos, those belongings of your security, your safety, and of course, you want to make sure you're planting good seeds and good fruits in your backyard. You don't want your backyard looking all dirty and damp. You want your backyard to look clean. You want your backyard to look marvelous. You want your backyard to look luxurious. You want your backyard to grow where it's all the fruits and vegetables, where you can be able to actually give off enough fruits and vegetables and still have a whole lot of fruits and vegetables still coming your way. You want to make sure that you're planting big seeds, powerful seeds, strong seeds, not no weak seeds, not no lazy seeds, not no procrastinating seeds, not no self doubting seeds, not no unsurety seeds, not no I give up seeds. Not no I commit suicide seeds. Not no suicidal thought seeds. You want to make sure that these seeds that you put in the ground, the roots, you want to get real practical in that area. You want to get real deep in that area. That's the area where you want to basically be planting those seeds at. So don't play around with these energies. Make sure you use these energies and make sure you're the one that's stroking these energies and these energies not stroking you. Feel me? Because these energies is here to be used in your favor, not for it to basically come in here and just pretty much partake and control you and make you do things that you don't want to do. Feel me? Because if you're doing something that you don't want to do and you're not happy about it and you're not comfortable about it, it's your fault. So it's time for you to get above your ass and get personal and get serious and figure out what you're trying to do when it comes to these new phases and these new mood swings. Feel me? Now the opposite ends or the oppositions ends individual that's going to be opposite towards these energies is going to be basically the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendancies. You could say I'm a Capricorn Moon, so my reaction is very opposite. Feel me? I'm not all about love and nurturing and caring, but I got to do what I got to do, and of course I got to figure out where it's at in my charts and how I can work with these energies to pretty much go into my favor. But I am a tender, loving, nurturing, and caring individual in a certain aspect. You may not see it from me emotionally because I'm very cold on the inside, but of course, you're going to get it from me in a different perspective. And that goes for any individual that got, Capricorn in their charts. Now, if you're a Capricorn moon, by default, you already know your moon is pretty much being opposite. Your moon is being opposing. Of course, you the one that's opposing others when it comes to your moons and how they are gentrified and things of that nature. So any Cancer, moon, sun, and ascendances, these individuals are going to basically be in the ones that's, the favoritism, the energy is on their side, feel me? But when we get this full moon coming, energy is gonna be on Capricorn side. So it's all about what you're doing for these 360 for this 360 365 cycle. So it's up to you to pretty much, put in the work or stay down and lay down. But everything starts with you, and of course that's how it play out. Now we also got a whole lot of transits within the sky at the moment. Feel me? We got Mars in Leo, we got Venus in Leo. Feel me? We got Jupiter in Taurus. For me, we got Saturn in Pisces. We got Neptune in Pisces, cusping a little bit of Aries on the side. We got Pluto in retrograde again, where it was just in Aquarius for a little bit, but of course it's back in Capricorn. Got Chiron and Aries. Feel me? We got a whole lot of transits going on. Feel me? But these planets are also affecting you in there in certain areas, and also with this new moon energies. Feel me? All the energy is gonna bring sextiles and trines when it comes to the Cancer, Sun, Moon, ascendances. The only squares you're gonna be worrying about is Chiron and Aries. Feel me? But anywhere else you're gonna be working with sextiles, trines, and a whole lot of semi-sextiles. And a whole lot of asteroids here and then with a whole lot of conjunctions in between. But of course, energy is here to work for you in its favor. And of course, it's up to you to make sure that you got the stars working in your favors, for me? Because if you're not having the stars working in your favor, we're going to have a problem on our hands, for me? You don't want no problems on your hands. You don't want to get your hands dirty, but of course, you got to get your hands dirty. You got to start from the root cause. You got to get busy. You got to get personal, for me? But yeah, we're going to break down these energies. We're going to see how it's going to be affecting you. And of course, we're going to see where it's going to be basically rotating your charts. And of course, we're going to pretty much get personal, get busy. And we're gonna get into a whole lot of things. But right now we're dealing with a sun square moon right now. Sun square Neptune right now. The sun is in Gemini, it's on the cusp. It's square Neptune right now. So that means we need to learn how to express our dreams and imaginations. Feel me? Feel me? The sun of Gemini wants to take actions towards being curious and intellectual. Neptune wants you to basically self-reflect and of course get your dreams and your scheduling system, which is Saturn and Pisces. Want you to get serious when it comes to your dreams and imagination and fantasies. Feel me? Sun and Gemini is want to be all over the place. Saturn and Neptune is telling you to get serious when it comes to your dreams and your delusions and putting these into practices. So it's a whole lot of square energies going on. For me, you got air and you got water. Air and water don't really go hand in hand like that. They can learn from each other, but of course, one element want to be doing this, one element want to be doing that. So it's kind of like the polar opposites. We also got the moon sextile Uranus right now. So the moon is a Cancer and the sextile in Uranus. So of course, you're going to have opportunities to react and respond towards some form of change in your own unique manner. And you're going to have extreme reactions towards these things because the moon is exalting Uranus at the moment too. So of course, you're going to have opportunities to react and respond towards a unique way of going through unexpected changes. You're also dealing with moon square Chiron at the moment. So that means you are going to be feeling conflict when it comes to concealing trauma or trauma that you once dealt with from the past. I'll pop back up doing this stuff. You also got Mercury sextile Mars. So you got opportunities to put your words and your mind into actions and passions. You also got Mars trine Chiron at the moment. You're going to have this gift to be passionate towards expressing your anger, expressing your trauma, expressing your energy, expressing your enthusiasm during this time. So go ahead and, of course, act on those energies. You got Mars and Leo trying to Chiron and Aries. You also got Jupiter sextile Saturn, so you're going to have opportunities to expand your status, your career, and your goals in a firm, practical manner. You also got Neptune sextile Pluto, so you're going to have opportunities to transform a dream and imagination and to transform it in a new direction. You also got Mercury sextile Venus, so you're going to have opportunities to express what's on your mind and valuing that in a big-hearted manner. You also got Mercury sextile Chiron, because you're going to have opportunities to use your mind to communicate in a healing manner, which your words can be used towards healing. Also, you got Mars square Uranus. So that means you're going to have some tensions when it comes to, you're going to learn how to use your passions towards being patient, or how to put your passion towards being patient on it. So and unique and original. You also got Sun trine Saturn, the gift to act on your responsibilities. So you're going to have this gift to shine light on responsibilities. You also got Moon trine Neptune. So you're going to have this gift to feel a dream and an illusion. You're gonna have the gift of soaking your dreams and illusions on this time. So soaking them things, get deep in them things. Make sure you got the bubble bath and make sure you put it into the tub so you can go ahead and soak in that dream and illusion. You also got Moon opposing Pluto, so feeling disconnected towards transforming on this time. So you may feel opposed towards transforming. No, you need to go ahead and transform and use those oppositions and obstacles to get you going. You also got Venus conjunct Mars. So you're going to have the power to value your intentions, your instincts, and your motives. You're going to have the power to value that. You also got Venus square Jupiter. This is learning how to value a meaningful relationship or an experience with someone or something. And you got Venus Chiron trine Chiron. So you're going to have this gift to value trauma and be like, okay, this trauma was needed for me to basically get up off my ASS and, of course, do it in the right position. Now, the house you got Cancer in is going to basically be the house where that's going to be your 30-day habitat. Now, your habitat is where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe, where you feel secure, where you feel more secured in that environment, that habitat, that constellation, that rotation. So you're gonna be dealing with some oppositions and obstacles, squares, conflicts, learning aspects, sextile opportunities where you need to act on those opportunities, and gifts where you may feel lazy, where you may feel like you ain't gotta do nothing. But of course, you get too lazy, that gift will be taken from you. Also, these areas and locations are going to be the areas where you can use these for your gifts, your advantages, and of course, it's going to be experiences that's going to come within your constellation for you to basically be prepared for whatever comes your way. Now, we're about to start it off. Now, if you got Cancer in your first house, your habit for the next 30 days is going to be tender, loving, and caring when it comes to your personality, your personal expressions, your personal life, and what you are personally into. So, your goals is basically to pretty much be focusing on loving, nurturing, and caring yourself. Be selfish during this time. Feel me? And the individuals that's within your life, feel me, home, family, and things of that nature. These are the individuals that's gonna pretty much, be in your space and location. People, places, and things that you deal with on a everyday basis. Your independency must be put first before anything or anyone else come into the equation. The moment you put others first and don't put yourself first, that's where you get caught up between the detriments and the oppositions and obstacles. Where you're going to have Capricorn in your seventh house, where people, places, and things and relationships that you have with others will try to take full control over how you relate and how they relate towards you. So, what you want to do first is put your personality first. Then you can interact with others one on one and so on. But the moment you lack and fail to put yourself first, then you get yourself caught up into seventh house. The seventh house is where other individuals try to like take control and compromise your balance and how you relate and how they relate towards you. You don't want to allow that. You want to be the one that's taking control. So be aware of that. Because we are back into the Pluto and Capricorn retrograde. So be aware of these individuals popping up. But remember, you need both to learn to put yourself first all the time. Now, if you got Capricorn in the second house, if you got Cancer in your second house, it's exalted here. So you're going to be going to the extremes when it comes to your money, your resources, your material, who you value, what you value, and of course, your self worth. Now, you need to be focusing on valuing yourself and what you have to offer in this world, your resources, your material, and of course, your internal gains. So you need to focus on valuing your stability, your safety, and your security during this time. And who's going to try to take control over that? Someone or something that's going to take the shape or form of Pluto and Capricorn in your eighth house. Your inheritance, your secrets, your desires, your motives, and individuals that's jealous of you. So be aware of that. That's going to be the energies that you're going to be basically dealing with from others. That's going to oppose you and bring detriment your way. Now, if you got Cancer in your third house, this is going to be a 30-day constellation towards tender loving, nurturing, and caring towards your way of thinking, communicating, and sharing ideas. That's going to be predicated towards emotions, feelings, geared towards your environment, your surroundings, your friends, and people, places, and things that you call home and family. So be aware of that. That's going to be your focus. Your focus is to bring tender love, nurturing care within your environment and your surroundings and the individuals that you have close to you or conversations. That's going to bring tender love and nurturing and caring and healing. Your opposition is going to come from the people, places, and things that you had experiences with, or your personal beliefs, or their personal beliefs. It's going to oppose you. Now, if you got Cancer in your fourth house, this is home here, and of course, it's strong here. So your focus is to be predicated towards initiate new ways on how to tender love and nurture and care when it comes to a new home, a new family, a new private way of dealing with your privacy, and of course, developing privacy within your home and your family that's going to make you feel comfortable and secure and safe. Who's going to oppose that and take that away? Someone or something within your status, your career, your reputation, your goals, and responsibilities. Now, if you got Cancer in your fifth house, your focus is going to be predicated towards reacting and responding in a new way towards tender love and nurturing and caring towards things that excite you, things that bring fun, entertainment, enjoyment, and expression. That's your focus. Now, someone or something that's within your 11th house, who you associate with or what you have associations going on. Someone or something within the 11th house constellation is going to try to take power and control over what you're doing when it comes to your fun, your entertainment, and of course, your enjoyment. Don't allow them to do that. But remember, you need both to realize, to find yourself, and know that entertainment, fun, and expression is what you need to do. It's 30 days. Now, if we got Cancer in your 6th house, your focus for the next 30 days is going to be tender, loving, nurturing, and caring towards work, health, routines, and the individuals that you deal with on a day-to-day basis when it comes to your employees, people, places, and things, dealing with managers, co-workers, or customers. That's going to be your focus to bring tender, loving, nurturing care towards your employees, your customers. And by you planting those good seeds, you're going to have the opposition fulfillments towards your 12th house, dreams, imaginations, fantasies, and delusions. That's where you're gonna. That's where your opposition, your obstacles gonna be coming from. Your secret animosity, your 12th house. So you're gonna be dealing with a polarity between work, scheduling system, and dreams, imaginations. Now, if you got Cancer in your 7th house, Cancer in the 7th house, your focus for the next 30 days is going to be tender, loving, nurturing, and caring towards relationships. So be more loving, nurturing, and caring towards your relationship. Because your opposition is going to be, the opposition is going to be you as a Capricorn ascendant. You're the one that's going to be very opposite, or individuals that's in your personal life is going to be opposite towards you. Being that the sun and the moon, being that the sun and the moon going to soon be opposing you, very real, pretty much real soon. Go watch out for those oppositions and those obstacles that's going to be coming your way when it comes to your relationships. Also, if you got Cancer in your 8th house, see, Cancer falls here, sleep here. It don't like being in this constellation, but of course, it got to do what it got to do. AKA, it's a battle, it's a fight. Feel me? So that means Cancer in the 8th house means you need to pretty much be reacting and responding towards being private, secret, and hidden, and not exposing or expressing too much when it comes to your 8th house, your desires, your secrets, your passions, your motives. So that means you need to put certain things on the back burner. And of course, you need to just go through those transformations. Don't allow nobody in your business. For me, your passions, your desires is what you need to be more tender, loving, nurturing, and caring towards. And by you planting those good seeds, you're gonna be fulfilled when it comes to your 2nd house, your money, your resources, your material. When the full moon hits Capricorn. But also watch out, your 2nd house is the things that you value on the surface level will basically oppose you or try to bring your 2nd house will try to basically bring you out of the deep circle. You don't want to allow your 2nd house or things that's on the surface to bring you out of the deep circle. You got to go through that transformation within these 30 days in order for you to basically come out strong. Also, if you got Cancer in your 9th house, that means you're going to go through some extreme experiences dealing with 10, 11, nurturing, and caring towards your beliefs, your wisdom, your knowledge, your spirituality, your faith, and your hopes, and your learning aspects. Now, also, individuals within your environment, your surroundings, aka your Capricorn in the 3rd house, these individuals are going to oppose you in a very communicative, curious way for me, because you're dealing with the 3rd house in that constellation right there. You're also going through a whole lot of transformations when it comes to your environment and your surroundings, your friends or the individuals or, of course, the company that you keep near you. Be aware of that. You're going to go through some transformations in that situation. Also, you got Cancer in your 10th house. This is being more tender, loving, nurturing, and caring towards your status, career, goals, and reputations, and goals and responsibilities. Now, who will oppose you? It's going to be your home and your family. Now, don't allow your home and your family to oppose you to basically bring you out your responsibilities. You need them to pretty much utilize these obstacles to get you from point A to point B. But that's going to be a detriment moments. If you got Cancer in your 11th house, you're going to be dealing with some tender, loving, nurturing, and caring towards your groups, your friends, your acquaintances, who you associate yourself with, your networking skills, or that's where you need to be basically be more tender, loving, nurturing, and caring towards too for the next 30 days. And when you're playing good seeds, you're going to be fulfilled when it comes to your 5th house. Love, romance, and responsibilities. But of course, Capricorn there. So Capricorn ain't really too much all into playing games when it comes to love and romance. That means you may basically develop a real serious person within your life that you can see eye to eye, that y'all can kind of like build together with, like the bridge. Make sure the scales is weighed properly. And last but not least, if you have Cancer in your 12th house, your focus for the next 30 days is basically be focusing on putting tender love, nurturing care towards your dreams, your imagination, your fantasies, and of course your delusions. Feel me? That means you need to go within your subconscious. You need to dig deep down there in that subconscious. You need to get all that dirt and all the filthiness up out of there and be more tender, loving, nurturing, and caring when it comes to your emotional stance on things and dealing with your feelings and emotions. Now, who's going to oppose you? What's going to oppose you is going to be your work, your health, your routines. But if you allow your work, health, and routine to pretty much compromise you from your internal peace, then you plan a bad season. That's what you don't want to do. So you need to utilize both of these things to get you on your high horse and balance you between 50 and 50, 100. And when you do that, you'll be on that occasion of basically moving on. Of course, you'll be planting your seed. Now, you're going to be dealing with some sextiles, some trines, and some squares. Your sextile is going to come from Jupiter and Taurus. Your trines are going to come from Saturn and Neptune and Pisces. And also your squares is going to come from Chiron and Aries. We're going to get into the sextiles and Jupiter. Now, if you're a Cancer ascendant in the first half, yeah, hope, faith, and luck and sextiles and opportunities is going to come through expansions, dealing with your associations and how you associate yourself with others. You're a Cancer moon in the second house. Your opportunities in your sextile is going to come from your 12th house. You'll go within your subconscious and traveling within that area. Now, if you're a moon in Cancer in the third house, your sextile and your opportunities are going to come from being independent and, of course, putting hope, faith, and luck within your personality and your personal interests and patience. You got moon and Cancer in your fourth house. Your hope and your faith and luck is going to come from your second house. Things you value, love, and appreciate. And, of course, areas and locations that you pretty much have self-worth and self-values for. You got moon and Cancer in your fifth house. Your hope, faith, and luck is going to come from your third house. You opening your mouth because closed mouth do not get fed. Also, if you got moon and Cancer in your sixth house, your hope and your faith and your luck is going to basically be coming from your home and your family, and of course, things that make you feel comfortable and things that make you go, Also, if you got moon and Cancer within your sixth house, your hope, if you got moon and Cancer within your seventh house, feel me? Your hope, your faith, and your luck is going to come from your fifth house, your kids, your entertainment, things that excite you, and of course, areas and location where you pretty much put excitement and, of course, entertainment onto the polar opposite, polar shift. If you got moon and Cancer in your eighth house, your hope, your faith, and your luck is going to come from your work, your schedule system, and of course, your routines and things that you are doing every day. So pretty much put hope and faith and luck into things that you do every day. Feel me? Anything that you touch, anything that you're working on, any projects that you got formulated, you need to put your hope and your faith and your luck in that area. Also, if you got moon and Cancer in your ninth house, your hope, your faith, your luck is going to come from your seventh house, your relationships and how you relate towards others. That's where your hope and your faith and your luck is going to come from. You got moon and Cancer in your 10th house. Your hope and your faith and your luck is going to come from things that you keep secret, hidden, and private, or things that you do behind the closed doors. Of course, things that you don't want the whole world to see that you're doing, but of course, you're keeping it secret with a person, place, a thing that you have a deep tie, a deep connection with. You have moon and Cancer in your 11th house. Your hope, your faith, your luck is going to come from your 9th house. Your spiritualities, your hope, your faith, and of course, your belief within your God, and of course, your expansion, and you are traveling. That's where your hope and your faith and your luck are going to come from. Now, if you got Cancer moon in your 11th house, your hope, your faith, your luck is going to come from your I'm lying. You got moon and Cancer in your 11th house. Your hope, your faith, and your luck is going to basically be coming from areas and locations. Well, you a Virgo ascendant. If you got moon and Cancer in your 11th house, so your hope. I think I skipped something. I think I skipped something. If you got moon and Cancer in your 11th house, you a Virgo ascendant. So by default, your hope, your faith, and your luck is going to come from the Jupiter and Taurus in your 9th house. What the hell did I skip? If you got moon and Cancer in your 12th house, you a Leo ascendant. So your hope, your faith, and your luck is going to basically be coming from areas of location that's geared towards your 10th house, your status, your career, your goals, and of course your reputation. Now, the areas and location that you want to have gifts that you can work with, that's going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. We're going to start off for Cancer Ascendants. Your hope, your faith, and your luck is going to be coming from your gifts is going to come from Neptune and Saturn, dealing with your 9th house, your meanings, your beliefs, and your faith. Moon and Cancer in your 2nd house. Your hope and your faith and your luck is going to come from your 10th house, what you're known for, your status, your goals, and your reputation. They're Neptune and Pisces and Saturn and Pisces. It's going to be dealing with your 10th house. Moon and Cancer in your 3rd house. Your gifts and your trines going to be coming from Neptune and Saturn in your 11th house. Who you associate yourself with and things that you are associated with. You got Moon and Cancer in your 4th house. Your gifts is going to basically be coming from your dreams, your subconscious, and things that's going on underneath the surface, inside of you. If you got Moon and Cancer in your 5th house, your gifts is going to basically be coming from your first house, your independence, your self-inflictment, how you express yourself. That's your gifts. That's going to be where your gifts is coming from. You got moon and Cancer in your sixth house. Your gifts is going to be coming from what you have to offer and, of course, your self-worth. You got moon and Cancer in your seventh house. Your gifts is going to be coming from what's on your mind and how you think, communicate, and share ideas. You got moon and Cancer in your eighth house. Your gifts is going to be coming from your inheritance or your ancestors. Also, if you got moon and Cancer in your ninth house, your gifts and talents is going to be coming from your fifth house, the way you express yourself and the way you put your talents and gifts on stage. You got moon and Cancer in your 10th house. Your gifts and talents is going to be coming from your sixth house, things that you do on a consistent basis. You got moon and Cancer in your 11th house. Your gifts and your talents is going to be coming from your seventh house, your relationships. If you got moon and Cancer in your 12th house, your gifts and your talents is going to be basically coming from the darkness and the occult, behind the scenes, things that you do magically. Now, if you got moon square Chiron, your conflict and areas and locations where you need to learn how to, go through those conflicts, go through those battles, and get yourself up out of that trauma or up out of that rut. For me, if you're moon and Cancer in your first house, your squares, your conflict is gonna be coming from your status and your associations, your goals, your reputations. You got moon and Cancer in your second house. Your trauma is gonna be coming from your networking skills and how what you share on media. You got moon and Cancer in your third house. Your conflict is gonna basically be coming from your subconscious or your secret animosities within yourself. If you got moon and Cancer in your fourth house, your conflict and your trauma is gonna basically be coming from your first house, your independency and how you express yourself and what you put out there in the open. If you got moon and Cancer in your fifth house, your trauma and your wounds is going to be coming from your second house, your money, your resources, and how you maintain your savings and your wealth. If you got the moon and Cancer in your sixth house, your trauma is going to be coming from your environment, your friends, your surroundings, and who you associate yourself with, or your siblings or your neighbors. You got moon and Cancer in your seventh house. Your trauma is going to be coming from home, family, and privacy issues. You got moon and Cancer in your eighth house. Your trauma is going to be coming from your kids, how you express yourself, or your childlike natures or your childhood. If you got moon and Cancer in your ninth house, your trauma is going to basically be coming from your schedule system or your health. You got moon and Cancer in your 10th house. Your trauma is going to be coming from the relationships that you created or related with. Your moon and Cancer is in the 11th house. Your trauma is going to be coming from their sexual urges or your sexual desires or your passions or what keeps you motivated, determined, of course, what you're passionate about. If you got moon and Cancer in your 12th house, your squares, your trauma, and your areas and location of tug of war is going to be coming from your beliefs, your experiences, and your expansion and growth. That areas and locations where you put your hope and faith in. Now, you got moon and Cancer and your sun sign, it's going to be the actions that you're going to be taking during the season. You got moon and Cancer in your moon sign, it's going to be the areas and location where you feel the need to pretty much have a strong need to be reacting and responding towards tenant TLC. Your Mercury is in Cancer. This is going to be the energy that's going to be on your mind, and it's going to be the energy that you're going to be communicating and sharing privately with, emotionally with. Okay, if you got Venus in Cancer, then this is going to be the areas and locations that you're going to be valuing, having pleasure and desires into doing things. And if you got Mars in Cancer, it's going to be some ups and downs, but of course, it's going to be the area and location where you go hard and go home. You got Jupiter in Cancer, he's going to be the areas where you're going to put your hope, faith, and beliefs and experiences with. You got Saturn here, you're going to put your responsibilities and seriousness and soberness in that area. You got Uranus here, you're going to go to some unexpected changes in your own unique way of being tender, loving, nurturing, and caring. You got Neptune here, you're going to be fantasizing about these things, dreaming about these things. You got Pluto here, you're going to go through some deep transformations about these things. You got Chiron here, you're going to go through some trauma about these things. If your South Node here, you're going to go through some past experiences or past things that's going to be popping back up within your life. If it's your North Node, you're going to be going through some growth, some spiritual seriousness in this area, areas of location where you need to get your 1-2 together. Feel me? if this is your ascendant sign, this is gonna be your personality, which is gonna be your personal interest season, where you're gonna be personally doing these things or personally interested into basically putting yourself out there. Feel me? And all the other stuff is gonna be opposition, squares, trines,